What's up guys, welcome back to the Run with Jay channel. So in today's video we're going to be talking about treadmills and specifically the NordicTrack Commercial 1750 that I have behind me. So with the gyms being closed and being in a pandemic, I along with other people decided to go ahead and bite the bullet and purchase a fitness equipment for myself. It's just a lot easier to be able to work out at home away from other people and anytime you want. And with the weather getting colder, this is the perfect time I think to get it. So you'll be able to work out even when the weather is bad outside. So in today's video, we're going to look at different types of NordicTrack treadmills, and I'll tell you why I decided to go with this one and tell you about the pros and cons of it to see if this is something that you would be interested in as well. So if you guys are new to this channel, welcome. Please hit that like and subscribe button as well as the bell for notifications, and let's get started. So besides NordicTrack, there's other companies out there that do sell fitness equipment such as Peloton. I believe Peloton is a newer company and their designs are a lot more modern and nicer looking. However, the price is a little bit higher, so that was a little bit out of my range, so I decided to go with a NordicTrack. So NordicTrack is also a very reputable company. It's a lot of well known and they do design very nice equipment, especially their treadmills, which has been out for a while now. And now we're going to look at the different types of NordicTrack treadmills that are available so you guys can see the range of different pieces of equipment in case you wanted to get something more high-end or something more cheaper. So the NordicTrack treadmills come in three different lines. You have the commercial incline treadmills, which is their top of the line, and then you have their commercial treadmills, which includes the 1750, which is their middle tier, and then you have the T-Series treadmill, which is their bottom tier treadmills, which is also the cheapest. So starting with the commercial incline treadmills, basically they range from $2,249 for the X11i, and it goes up to $4,000 with the X32i. And the big benefits with those treadmills is it has the industry leading 6% decline and also the 40% incline. And it also includes the reflex cushioning technology, which is NordicTrack's most cushioned running deck that helps with your knees and joints. And also some models include the sled grip, the push bar, similar to a elliptical, and it also gives you self-cooling, reduced vibration feature, as well as a 1-year iFit membership, which is around $468. And also the commercial incline treadmills has the biggest motor for the treadmills, so it goes from a 3.75 which is the lower end to all the way to 4.25 CHP direct motor. And also the screens range from a 10-inch smart touchscreen all the way to a 32-inch screen for the $4,000 high-end model X32i. So moving on to the middle of the line commercial treadmills, along with the other features in the commercial incline, you can also get Bluetooth technology where you can pair your phone to it to listen to music while you're working out. You also have on-demand classes. You also have reduced vibrations, self-cooling, and also the runner's flex cushioning option, which is also cushion technology on the running deck to help with your knees and joints. And also you have a switch you can flip to stiffen up the running deck to simulate actual outside road. So that's a pretty nice option. So you can make it softer, you can make it normal, and you can make it super stiff like you're running on concrete outside. And the commercial treadmills are the only versions that lets you actually fold your treadmill up while you're not using, which is very nice. They call it the Space Saver Easy Lift design. So once you lift it up, you can actually roll the treadmill around because it has wheels on the bottom, which is very nice. And also for the commercial line, you have screen sizes that range from 10 inches all the way to 22 inches. And also the motors range from 3.75 CHP directs all the way to 4.25 directs for the higher end model. And also this includes a EKG grip pulse where you can see your heart rate, which is very nice. And then moving on to the base models, which is the T-Series treadmills. This also offers Flex Select cushioning, which is their cushioning technology for the base models, similar to the the other different models. The screen sizes range from 10 inches to 14 inches, and you're able to go up to 12% incline, and also you can get up to a 15-inch Smart HD touchscreen. Also, the motor size is a little bit smaller, so you range from 2.6 all the way to 3.6. So hopefully that gave you a better idea of the NordicTrack treadmill lines. And now we're going to specifically talk about the Commercial 1750, which I chose. So let's talk about the specs first for this treadmill. So the starting price for the Commercial 1750 is about $17.99 before tax, and it comes with, technology-wise, a 10-inch Smart HD touchscreen. Also, the 1 year of iFit membership is included as well, and you also get Bluetooth capabilities as well as a nice 3-inch digitally amplified speakers, which sounds really nice. And equipment-wise, the motor is a 3.75 CHP Durex Commercial Plus motor, very quiet and very nice. You're able to adjust speeds up to 0 to 12 miles per hour, and also incline from 0 to 15%, and then also a decline from 0 to 3%, which is very nice. And you also have a EKG grip pulse, which you can see your heart rate while running. Also has runner's flex cushioning on the deck, which you can adjust to stiffen up the springs to make it imitate actual outside or real world running. Also love the dual auto breeze workout fan, which you can adjust the speed to help cool you down while running, and also features a longer belt. It goes 22 inches wide by 60 inches long, which is very nice. Also has that space saver design with that easy lift technology, so you can lift it up, save some space, and actually roll it around the room with the wheels that it has on. And then it has a huge tray below the deck where you can put pretty much anything under as well. So one thing I want to note, when setting up the treadmill, I highly recommend you place the box or the treadmill down at exactly where you would want the treadmill to be used. When I first got it, the box is incredibly heavy, and there's absolutely no way one person can lift this thing. I placed it in a different room that I planned to use it, but luckily it's on the same floor, so I was able to roll it. But getting the treadmill just off of the blocks that they have in the packaging was incredibly tough, because that thing is so heavy. So I highly recommend you setting your treadmill up at the exact location where you're going to be using it, because once you put those beams and attachments and the head unit up, it's going to make the treadmill even more heavier to move. So what do I like about this treadmill? One of the things is it's got a very wide base for running. Like I talked about before, the belt is wide. It's got 22 inches wide and about 60 inches long, so it's perfect for people, to give them enough space to run with the wide deck, so you're not like running in a straight line, or you're running outside of the belt with those really small or thin treadmill belts. It's also got the adjustable cushioning, which I really like. So sometimes, if I want to imitate outside running, I just turn the knob and it stiffens up the deck, so it makes it feel like you're actually running on outside surfaces. And also the belt or the motor is very quiet, so if you're not running on it and you have it on, you can barely hear that the machine is on. So obviously if you're running and you're making contact with the belt, you're going to hear noises from your steps as well as your shoes. But otherwise, if you're just walking or you just have the machine on, you can barely hear the machine, which is very nice for people that like to have family and they want to work out early in the morning or late at night. And also the Bluetooth, I love just listening to my own music. I have it synced up, and you don't have to do it more than once. Once you have it synced up and you have your Bluetooth on your phone, you can literally have the machine on and be playing your music or watching a movie, and the speakers on there, basically the sound will be coming from the speakers on the machine, which is very nice. And those speakers are pretty good. It's got nice bass and nice sound, so it's not like a cheap speaker on the treadmill. And also another feature that I like is the decline on the machine. So most treadmills don't have a decline where you're going down. So this has about 0 to 3% of decline, which is very nice. So people that like to run downhill and uphill have that feature, and that's one of the reasons why I chose this treadmill. And another feature is the I class or the iFit classes that you can join. So basically, on your iPad looking thing on the machine. You can go look at the calendar to see when classes are coming up or live classes. And then you can also, look at pre-made like videos and routes where you can literally follow instructors on either walks or runs or just classes, and they actually adjust the speed and incline for you. So you basically just walk or run, and you don't have to worry about anything, which is super nice. And then lastly, I love the space saver or easy lift feature. When I'm not using it, I just lift it up, and lifting up the deck isn't that bad because it's not that heavy. All I do is lift it up, and then it just stays there and it doesn't move, and you just save a ton of space. And also when you bring it down, it's got like it goes down slowly, like one of those slow closed toilet seats, so you don't have to worry about it slamming down on the floor when you want the deck to come down again, which is super nice. So what do I not like about the treadmill? So first of all, it is super heavy, and I can't even imagine how heavy the top of the line treadmill will be. But when it was delivered by my local delivery company, they literally just dropped it in the house. They actually wanted to leave it in the driveway, but I, made them bring it inside the house because there's no way I can bring it up the steps. But I could not even, there's no way you can lift that thing up. I had to literally push it in the house, and that thing is super heavy, so I highly recommend, like I said before, getting someone to help, as well as setting it at the actual location where you want to use the treadmill. So just that weight part was fine. As when you actually got it to the location and you open the box to set it up, that wasn't a big deal. The instructions are very clear, and then the packaging is done very well. Also, you have to take consideration that this machine is pretty big, so you want to make sure that you have plenty of space for it. So, if you have a smaller home or an apartment, it might not be ideal, but you could definitely, fit it. But just keep in mind that this machine is not your tiny treadmill. It does take up space because of the wide deck and the longer belt. Here, the machine is a pretty big size. I would equate it to like a love seat in terms of distance. Also, another thing that I don't like about the treadmill is if you like to save power and turn your machine off all the time, it does take a little bit to boot up, so you'll have to wait about a minute for the machine to actually boot up for you to use. Again, if you don't like to turn off your treadmill, you can leave it on. That's always an option. But with the treadmills, it's recommended by NordicTrack that you use a surge protector for the treadmill before plugging it in, which I had to especially get from Home Depot. So I don't want to leave my treadmill on all the time, even with a surge protector, so I like to turn it off. But booting up the system takes a little bit, but it's not a deal breaker for me. So to sum everything up, the Commercial 1750 is a great treadmill for serious runners. For beginner runners, I would recommend the T-Series treadmills because that will give you more than what you need. However, if you like some more options like the fan, Bluetooth, wider belt, and a quieter motor, that's definitely something you want to consider. The 1750 is great, but I feel like if you're a beginner, you can be more than happy with getting a T-Series treadmill, which is a little bit smaller, more compact, and it's also a lot cheaper. But for serious runners, I definitely recommend something in the Commercial line, especially the 1750, which has tons of features that appeal to any serious or intermediate runner out there. And the thing that I really love about it is the decline option, as well as the space saver easy lift functionality, which is super nice to be able to lift it up or move it around in the room if you would like to put it somewhere else. So overall, the Commercial 1750 is a great option. It's not super cheap by any means, but it's definitely cheaper than a Peloton if you were to get something like that. And it's built solid. So far, I haven't had any troubles with it. I've had it for a couple of months now. It's it's quiet. It's fun. I love going to use the iFit classes. I can basically run in like another country while watching someone guide me, or even walk or hike a mountain. So it's really cool, and I really enjoy the iFit membership. So yeah, I would say the Commercial 750 is a great treadmill. for your serious runners out there. However, if you're interested in something cheaper, the T-Series treadmills are definitely great as well for beginners. And if you want something that's super high incline, for if you like hills and things like that, the commercial incline treadmills are definitely something you can look into as well, which is the higher end treadmills. And they feature the biggest screen all the way up to almost 32 inches, which is crazy to have a screen that size on your treadmill. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope this video was informative in helping you with your treadmill purchase decision. It took me a while of research to finally decide on the NordicTrack, and I'm very pleased with my decision. The NordicTracks have a long history of building fitness equipment, and this treadmill, the 1750, has had high reviews year over year, and it's also one of the best-selling treadmills year after year. So if you guys have any other comments, feedback, or questions, please feel free to leave them down below. And if you haven't yet, please hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll talk to you guys on the next run.